Ibrahim a.s. asks for a son. He's asking for this when he was only in his early 20s, when he's first married. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him his first son Ismail when Ibrahim a.s. was in old age. Ibrahim a.s. said Allah commanded him to take Hajar to the middle of the desert before the Kaaba was built. There was nothing there. So when he reached where Mecca is, Ibrahim a.s. got up and he left. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered him to leave them there. And when Hajar a.s. saw her husband get up and leave, she didn't know what was happening. He didn't explain to her. Why didn't he explain to her? In case she begs him, she talks to him, and he changes his mind and his compassion and mercy kicks in. So he got up and started leaving back home without them. Hajar understood that he's leaving them. So she raced up to him. Ya Ibrahim, who are you leaving us to? And Ibrahim a.s. would not answer her. Ya Ibrahim. He's not even answering. Finally, she just took a step back and just got herself together. Was it Allah who commanded you to do this? And he just stopped and nodded his head and said, Na'am. And he kept walking. And she said, therefore, Allah will not lose us. Such piety and taqwa. And then she got up and her son got hungry. The food ran out, the water ran out. She started running in between two little hills. One's called Safa, the other one's called Marwa. Her son was on the floor and she ran to Safa. Looked around, can't see anybody. Ran to Marwa, so 7 times. She started at Safa, finished at Marwa. Right in the middle, close to where her son was, there was like a big dip, like a valley. As she went into the dip, she couldn't see her son anymore. She used to run it. So she'd walk fast and then when she got there, she'd run it. Why did she run it? Like what a mother does. She's afraid for her son. She wants to keep her eye on her son. When she reached Marwa, she heard a voice. She said to herself, Sah, Sah. So she went back and when she reached Ismail alayhi salam, she found gushing water coming out of the ground. It started to make a river. It started to make a big pool. So she started to grab clay and rocks and everything and close the circle, close the hole a little bit more and make it more restricted. And she said the word Zummi, Zummi, Zummi. That's why it's called Zamzam, meaning shrink, shrink. Till today the water is gushing. Nobody knows exactly where it comes from. The Arab tribe who had left Yemen, they had a drought and all that and they were looking for a new home. And they saw vultures around there and they knew that there was water. They came to Hajar and they said, can we share the water? He said, no. They said, why? It's mine. They said, we'll pay you. We'll rent it off you and we'll use half of it. She said, I agree. And Ismail alayhi salam grew up among them and he married from among them. That is the tribe where Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam eventually was born out of.